Okay, everybody, welcome back to another world of mathematics. In today's equation, we're gonna solve for the angles, perimeter, and area of this figure. This is kinda easy, but it takes a lot of hard work. So let's solve for the answer right now. Okay, so in this problem, we have a heptagon. So a heptagon consists of 7 sides. And we know that the sum of interior angles for a heptagon is always 900 degrees. Why is that so? Look at the formula and check it out. So, ganito kasi yun nangyari, okay? So, ito yung formula ginawa ko. Di ba, remember ang heptagon, it's 7 minus 2 times 180 because it's 7. So, we got 900. And then the angles, di ba, remember ito yung mga angles namin. So, ito na talaga yung balak namin para lagay sa mga angles, okay? So remember the regular hexagon here. This is the reflex angle of 120 degrees. So that's equivalent to 240 degrees here. This one forms a supplementary angle. So from the 120 degrees here, this is supposed to be 60 degrees here. So tama, 60 degrees to. This one is also 60 degrees as well. Because if I remember, these two angles measure 120 degrees. So we need to add 60 degrees to make it. So we need to have another 60 degrees to make it 180 degrees. And these are both right angles, so no problem with that. Okay? And then the reflex angle here, this is supposed to be, do I remember last time with the regular octagon? The angle was supposed to be 135 degrees. Tama? So we have 360 minus 135. Diba ito yun? Ito yung ginawa ko. 360 minus 135 to give you 225. So ito yung sagot. Yan. So, 225. And then, the last one is 135. Then, when we sum up everything, we should get 900 degrees. And the reason why there's a true there, because ito yung formula na ginawa ko. If this cell, M12, ito yun, di ba? The sum of all the numbers is equivalent to true or try again. And we got true. So, therefore, this is really correct. It's confirmed that this is 125, this is 225 degrees. And this is 135 degrees. Alright? So now let's solve for the perimeter. To solve for the perimeter, we're given the facts that this is, remember this is 13 mm, this is 13 mm, diba? So remember, if you remember to our previous problem, this is 13 and 13. And they're both congruent. Tama? Because it's from the regular octagon. So you have no problem with that. The only problem is we do not know what is the measure of this guy. So in order for us to solve for the perimeter, we need to do something. Good news. Remember that we have the first step as follows. Did you know that this one here, diba, remember this is 60 degrees, diba? And then you draw a line here. We can form a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. Just like this. Okay. So, ito yung 60 degrees namin. Ito yung 90 degrees. Tama? Di ba nakita mo yung box? This is 90 degrees. And then, di ba remember, we have here, this 90 degrees here. So, this becomes 30. So, this forms a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. And di ba remember, it says here that, remember last time when we worked on this fellow here, di ba remember ito yun, di ba? So, this is 6 decimeters. 6 cm. Or 60 millimeters. That is the hypotenuse. So, ito yung hypotenuse. And if I remember following the relationship of 30, 60, 90 degree triangle, we already know that this is 30, 60, 90. Tama? So, this one is 6. And remember, this is the short leg. The hypotenuse is always 2x. So, therefore, this is 3 cm. Or 30 mm. Tama? Then, this one is 30 times the square root of 2. So, ganito yung formula na ginawa ko. So, if I were to do Pythagorean theorem, ganito yung formula. Diba, remember, 3 squared plus 8 squared equals 6 squared. This is 9 plus 8 squared equals 36. Diba? 36 minus 9 is the square root of 27. And the square root of 27 can be 3 times 3 times 3. Or 3 times the square root of 3. So, tama, that's 3 times the square root of 3. Or 30 times the square root of 3. So, when I put this into the calculator, let's see what the answer is. Okay, so going to the calculator, we have 30 times the square root of the square root of 3. And what did we get? 51.96. Did you know that 51.96 can be rounded up to 52 para hindi sa gabal? So therefore, ito yung ginawa namin. Ang ginawa namin dito, we made this 52. So therefore, the height is 52. 52 mm. So this is 60, this is 30, then this is 52. It also works on the other side because they are congruent. So now you know. Alright? So now we already got the height. So now we already got this is 30. But wait, we're still not yet done. We still need to get the top part because we do not know what this line is. We already know from the base to this part only. But from this part up to this part, wala pa tayong info. However, here's another catch. Did you know that we can also do something about this, diba? We can also split this like this into trapezoid. So therefore, ganito yung ginawa namin. Alright? We do not know what exactly the height is, but we know that this is 30 cm. 30 mm. So this 30 mm here, this is 69 mm. So therefore, the entire height must be 39 mm. Ito yun. 39 mm is the height from this point up to this point. But we're looking for this point up to this point. But remember, this is 13. So therefore, this insinuates that this is 26 mm. However, that's not it. Because remember, this 26 mm also includes this one. We need to get rid of this. So what do? Remember, we can also play the right triangle criteria. Right? So remember, we have 13 millimeters as the hypotenuse. And we need to divide it by the square root of 2. And doing that so will give you what's the value here. Let's do it. Because remember, this is 135 degrees. Applying the supplementary triangle rule, this is 45. So 45, 45, and 13 is the hypotenuse. So therefore, we can do it something like this. We have 8 squared plus 8 squared equals 13. Combined in like terms, we have 2 8 squared equals 13. Divide both sides by 2, and then 8 squared is equivalent to 6.5. Now we take the square root on both sides. Taking the square root of 6.5, let's see what the answer is. Teka lang ha, parang mali to. Kasi what you call this, we need to subtract muna eh. Ay, wait! Kasi po, we have to square it muna. Ang 13 squared ay naging 169. So, 169 divide by 2. So, 169 divide by 2. Wait lang ah. Okay. So, therefore, this becomes 8, 16, 09, 4, 8, 84.5. Now we take the square root of 84.5. Did we get it right? 9.19. It still rounds up to 9.2. So therefore, the measure of this point, from this point up to this point to this point is 9.2. So if this is 13, this is 9.2. Tama? And then this is 3 cm here, but what's the remnant measure? Diba remember, in general, this is supposed to be 39. Tama? Because 30 is right here. And then this is 39. So 13 plus 9.2 is 22.2. Diba? Now 39 minus 22.2 equals, this becomes 8, 6, 16.8. Did you get that right? Let's check with the calculator to ensure. So we have 69, right? Minus 30 to give you 39. And then minus 13 to give you 26. Then minus 9.2, so we got 16.8. Did you get it right? If you did, then you got it right. So therefore, the last measure must be 16.8. So therefore, this area must be 16.8 mm. Alright? Now, all we need to do is to sum up everything to get the perimeter. Remember, this 16.8 is added together with the 3 cm. So this adds up to 46.8. Checking with the ruler, let's see if it makes sense. Wait lang po ah. I cannot hold two things at the same time. Okay. So let's look at the problem. Yan. Very good. 16, 46.8. which is somewhat almost to 47. Now we add everything up. So this is the perimeter that we're supposed to get. Here, ang ginawa ko, I did the sum of 60 times 2. Pwede siya makita, di ba? Yan, 60 times 2 is 120. 69 from the height over here. Ito yun, di ba? Tapos, 92 with the horizontal thing. And 2 13s, di ba? And then, we have 46.8. Sum it up together, we get the perimeter of 353.8 millimeters. And that's already our answer. But wait, that's not all, because we still have the area. Now, how do we solve for the area of the figure? To solve for the area of the figure, we can part this into different figures. Part it into figures just like this. Ito yung ginawa ko. So this is exactly what it looks like with the thing here. It's somewhat like a replica. So ganito yung ginawa ko para sa area. We split the figure into shapes. I did it in two different strategies. So the first strategy is this strategy method. We did a rectangle, and then we have a trapezoid and a rectangle, and two triangles that are identical. So what do we do here? First, we solve for the area of the rectangle. So the rectangle, this is 92 millimeters. And then the height, what is this height? Going back to our figure, if this is 92 millimeters, this is like figure number 1. Yes, it's 92 times 13. So ito yung formula na ginawa ko dito. Yes, just like that. 13 times 92 to give you 1,196. Now for figure 2, it's a trapezoid. So the trapezoid, this is 92 over here. Ganito yung figure ha. Ito yung 92. Tapos, ito yung, we do not know what the measure is. But going back to our equation, we know that this is 9.2. So the height is 9.2. And then this long line here, that's supposed to be 52. 52 to 52. Or 104. So ganito yung ginawa ko as replica. Okay? So this is 52 plus 52. 52 plus 52. Okay? Let's see if we get it right. Yan. So this is the area of the trapezoid. 9.2, which is the height, plus 92, which is this length, plus the second base, the length of the base, which is 104. Yes, 104. Or 52, di ba? So ganito yung ginawa ko. Yes, I put the sum of these numbers, multiplied it by 9.2, then divide by 2 to give you this answer, di ba? 901.6. Then for the third figure, it's a rectangle. The rectangle goes like this. Remember, you have 104 here, and this is 16.8, the one we got kanina, di ba? Yung ito. Yung wala pa yung 30 millimeters na yan. Okay? So now we have 104 times 16.8 to give us 1,747.2. Like this, di ba? We did the product of both numbers. Then last but not least, there are two triangles that are identical. So to solve for, and remember, this is 60. Di ba? Remember ito yung 60, di ba? Tapos 30, and this is 52. So 30 times 52 divided by 2. So 30 times 26. Pero since there are two triangles that are identical, we have to multiply our answer by 2. So yun ang ginawa namin. Or 30 times 52 is 1,560. But I just did this na lang individually. Diba? So doing that will give me these answers. And then I try to sum everything from phase 1 to phase 5 to polygon 5. And we should get the area of 5,404.8 square millimeters. That is the area of this figure. Now, if you were to try another way, like for example, I did it this way, I divide into 5 figures again. But I started off with the trapezoid first. Itong trapezoid. So figure 1 is this trapezoid. So so remember, the area of the trapezoid is the summation of the two bases times the height. The two bases are 59, 69, and 39. Doing this will give me, yes, this is supposed to be 108. 108 times 52. Or 54 times 52. So ito yung ginawa ko. The sum of the two numbers then times 52, divide by 2, to give me 2,808. Ito yung sagot, okay? Yan. Then the second figure is this one, the rectangle. 40 times 13, which gives me 520. Mas madali lang yan. The third one is a trapezoid. Yung trapezoid na ganito, di ba? Kung ganito yung figure. Ito yun. So we have 40, and then the long base is 52. Then times the height of 9.2. So ito yung ginawa ko. Yes. So it's 92 times 9.2, or 922 squared. But take note, 1 has a decimal. Di ba? Because it's being raised with the 10th power. Something like that. So you wanna see what I did? Ito yun, di ba? Yes, the sum of the two, then multiply by 9.2, then divide by 2 to give me 423.2. Then the fourth figure is a rectangle. Ito yun, di ba? Rectangle. 52 times 16.8. Ito yun, di ba? And that's very easy. Just multiply the two numbers together. You get 873.6. Then last but not least is the triangle again. Mas madali lang yan. Pero it's only one. Di ba? Remember, if you remember from our previous problem, it's the same din. Pero you will only have to do 1. That's why I divide by 2. So 30 times 52 divide by 2. So 30 times 26 to give you 26 times 3 is 78. Add 0, 780. Then when you make sure that you sum everything, you should still get the same area as you did in the first days, which is 5,404.8 square millimeters. If you did get that area on the second one, then you are correct. And that's it. We're done.